Hi, my name's Levi, and I play basketball and soccer. In basketball, I play point guard, who's basically the person who dribbles the ball up the court and makes plays for the team. And soccer, I play as a midfielder. My favorite parts about the positions I play in both basketball and soccer is they both control the tempo of the game. They're not the fastest players, the most athletic, and they don't score the most points or goals, but they kind of get everybody involved, and it's kind of more like chess when you play those positions, is you just have to be smart. Two players I like watching in basketball player named James Harden. I like watching him for his style of the game, and I try to imitate some of his moves and stuff. And another guy I really like watching, and somebody I kind of look up to, is a guy named Jeremy Lin, who's a Christian, and he's kind of has an interesting underdog story. So I like to watch him more for his attitude and his, the character he has when he's playing. I wouldn't say being a Christian who plays a sport isn't something that's like a bad thing, or like it's super hard, but it is hard in some respects. You don't do the same things that everybody else on your team does, or you have different values. I was probably in grade 8 or 9. We played a team called Vernon Christian, and after the game, they got in a big circle. They asked to pray for us, and we just had a big prayer circle. A lot of the guys on our team were like, "What the heck is this?" But it was kind of a cool way to love others in sport, and I thought it was really cool. I think a lot of people who perceive Christians, or with their first thoughts of it, who haven't been to church or aren't a Christian themselves, think it's like being a Christian is like a religious thing, and it's like following rules or doing this or that to get yourself into heaven. Personally, I don't like the word religion. I like to think of my relationship with Jesus is a relationship, kind of like a faith, instead of I'm not following rules, because if I was following rules, I wouldn't be going to heaven, because I messed up. And but it's really hopeful to know that I have God died on a cross for me. So I think that's what it kind of means to me, is I know I can't get to heaven, and I know I can't follow those rules that I want to, but Jesus paid the price. A lot of people who play sports, especially people who become really good, you look at people who they kind of play for a reason. They're not just there's a difference between people who just play a sport, or people who want to be really good at it and they play for a reason. And some people play for the money. Some people just play because they really love the sport, because they're really competitive. And I say by far the biggest reason I play is I like to play basketball, and I like to play soccer. Any sport I do is play for God, and that kind of drives me, I guess. A verse this kind of stuck with me, that I kind of think of in relation to being a Christian who plays sports, is Galatians 1:10, which says, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I still trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." My urge in my heart that aren't good is I want to play basketball to impress people, or to, for my own glory, which never ends up being worth it. And I think this is a really good thing to remember, is just, and this is for everything too, not just for sports, is like when I'm trying to do things, am I trying to do this to please people, or am I doing this to please God?